Okay. Hello. So I'm Julie.
Hi.
This is
I'm
Barbara
Barbara
Hutchins.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Yep. Sending this to my friends, and I'm hoping that you'll share this video because it's really important to me. Who is Barbara and what's going on? So I'm just going to give them a little background about us.
Mm-hmm.
So I met you on middle of June, I think.
Yeah,
you were at
18th or something.
Yeah,
like
you were at the
15th.
Fenton Healthcare
Yeah.
nursing home there in
Mhm.
Fenton. Boy, we had a day there.
Yeah, I
Forgot about
know.
the transformer blowing and everything.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Well, we'll tell about that in
Yeah.
a second. So, Barbara, your son is Paul Hutchins,
Correct.
and he came to me for a website design because many people know me. I do website designs and stuff. But I also, people that know me, that's why I'm sending this to my friends, and I'm hoping you'll share it with anybody that you can. Got me a little choked up here.
Yeah, I know.
My mother had dementia for 9 years, well,
Right.
15 years, as you know, and she was in the nursing home. And when my father, when she went to the nursing home, my father was alone for 5 years, and so he started not really paying his bills right and stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
And I had conservatorship. My sister and I had conservatorship with my mother and father, and conservatorship is having the rights to manage, and guardianship is to manage their finances, parents, and this is that. So over the years, I have a company, Life to Come, and many people have asked me for help
Right.
with,
Right.
the transition of newly
Right.
diagnosed dementia patients.
Right.
So I was trying to start a website with Paul for his lyrics and stuff, and he said, oh my gosh, my mother, she had a fall, and she had high blood pressure. We didn't know she had high blood pressure, but she broke her ankle in 2 places, and she's in the hospital, and they're putting in a pacemaker. I was like, oh my gosh, that's horrible,
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
goes, I don't know what to do, and he said, this happened 4 days ago, and they're putting her in this nursing home, and I'm not crazy about the nursing home. And I said, okay, well, let me see what I can do to come and help.
Right.
He was very confused about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Certainly. And so he said, I love my mother. I
Mhm.
just want to help her. I want to do all the right things, but I've never done this. He said he lived in Alaska, and that he had just returned
Right.
recently,
Right.
and that you had been living alone, and that you lost your husband
Right.
in January 2024, and that you'd been living alone in your home.
Yeah.
And he also said that he wasn't happy about the conditions of you living alone in your home. And it kind of rang a bell for me because I was like, well, why don't you fix it then?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
So basically, to get us to where we are now, I'm just going to run it up, and you fill in any of the blanks.
Yeah.
But generally, so that's how I got involved. I went and visited you. Well, he was telling me, though, the stories, the things that he was saying had me believing that she was like dementia 3rd phase, because there's 6 phases
Yeah.
of dementia. He really had me believing that, you were very incompetent.
Right.
You couldn't take care of
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
You had let the house go.
Right.
You had no running water.
Yeah, baloney.
You were living in this bad situation and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So I was terrified
Yeah.
that
I
that
was too.
you would be living in that
Yeah.
situation. So then I went out to Fenton. I met you, and I was really graciously surprised
Yeah.
to meet
Yeah.
you
Thank you. Thank you very much.
because you clearly don't have dementia.
Yeah, I don't. Is
And
right.
she's clear as a bell, and look at the camera, and,
Yep.
and I mean,
Yeah.
she's very sharp,
Yeah.
and she's gone through a lot with her ankle. But yeah, this crazy situation happened at this Fenton Healthcare where this transformer blew outside, and there was all this smoke inside the place, and it was just like not
Fire.
a fire.
Yeah. Wires arcing, wires down. It was a mess, and fumes coming in the windows because they refused to evacuate like they should have. And we stayed in there and breathed the fumes in. They wouldn't even close the windows.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. And her car was parked outside.
Right next to the whole thing.
Right next to the whole thing.
Yeah, and they wouldn't let me leave.
Yeah, and they
For
wouldn't
4
let
hours.
her leave. And they had police all over and fire people, and they didn't even know what to do with the situation. They were just sitting there letting the whole thing burn. And these fumes come in. No one evacuated us. No one did a thing, and the firemen are trying to figure out, well, what should we do if we put water on this? It's gonna spread, and it was just so bizarre. The whole
Yeah,
thing
it was really bizarre.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So then after that, we decided to move you.
Right.
So get you out
Yeah.
of there. So I used my connections with West Hickory Haven
Right.
in Commerce, Michigan, and that's where my mother stayed. But I have known those girls, and they all knew me. They all still know me, and because I've been there for 9 years. And so I got her in right away, and I got her a private room.
Yes, I
Which she
appreciated
didn't
that.
have to pay for. Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
At West
Yeah.
Hickory Haven, a big shout out to
Yeah.
them. They were great.
That was wonderful.
So she got in there, and then she started getting the rehab for her foot, her
Yeah.
ankle, her broken ankle, and she did have the pacemaker and everything in. So I was comfortable that you had good care there, but it's just that facility, and nobody's going to argue with me or you
Yeah.
about it. It is primarily a Medicaid facility that also is a lockdown unit for memory care,
Yeah.
so dementia patients. So she was listening to alarms going off all the time.
All the time. Yeah. Just
it
crazy.
was
And
very-
people wandering into my room, and I'd have to call
Yeah.
security and have
Yeah.
them escorted out, and people sleeping in the bed across from me, which I was scared to death because I didn't
Well, that
know.
guy came into your bed, didn't he?
No, he didn't come into my bed. He poked me.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, move over. And I said, get away from me. I mean, really. I mean, I just screamed at him. And
Yeah.
I just stayed under the covers shaking.
Right.
And I thought the guy left, but I didn't want to get up and check because I thought, what if he's still in here? I was
Yeah.
scared to death.
Yeah.
So I finally got the panic button and pushed that because I couldn't even move to get that.
Yeah.
And they came, and then everybody was having a fit. Oh my God, how did he get in this room? How did he get in bed? They couldn't believe what happened.
Yeah.
And this guy was unable to walk, unable to talk, and I don't know how he did it either.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're gonna get. But
Yeah.
you were there for rehab,
Yeah.
so the rehab patients that are there,
Yeah.
they used to have them housed closer to where the rehab
Right.
is at,
Right.
down that one lane that's right
Right.
when you walk in. But
Right.
they're not separated anymore. But I think after COVID or since
Yeah.
COVID, it's just changed a bit.
Well, they had a lot of
Yeah.
them upstairs. There was
Yeah, they don't have one
upstairs.
upstairs at
Oh,
West
they
Hickory
didn't.
Haven. You're
Okay, it
thinking
was
of
the other place. Okay,
Yeah,
the other
yeah. But anyways,
nursing home. Okay.
But anyway, she wanted to get out of there, so her rehab was really done after 2 weeks. But in order for Bobby to let you in,
Yeah.
she had to prepay for a month.
Right.
So after the 2 weeks, it's time to get you home.
Right.
So back at the ranch, the whole time I'm talking to Paul, and I'm
Right.
saying she needs to go back to her home.
Right.
And he said, well, there's a plumbing issue. I said, you have a plumber come out,
And
diagnose-
turn on the
turn on the
thing
water.
and see what's wrong.
diagnose it. We'll get a couple of estimates. She's not a poor woman. She's got money to spend.
Well, I didn't
and-
even. I had a policy with Consumers
yeah,
Energy
right.
that would cover
the
everything.
warranties and
Yeah,
stuff.
warranty, and he wouldn't even call them
No,
to come out.
no, he wouldn't call them. And I kept
So-
saying, Paul, why don't you? Paul is her son. Please get the plumbing going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can go home.
Right.
Because you told me
Right.
I want to go home.
Yeah, I wanted to go home.
Wanted to
Yes,
go
I
home.
did.
Yes. So, anyways, Paul was saying that she shouldn't go home because
Right.
she can't manage the home.
Yeah.
And then he started coming up with this idea to get an apartment for the two
Right.
of you,
Yeah. Right.
which he was very sincere to me about.
Right. Well, not to me, because he never did a thing.
But he never did anything.
Nothing.
He never did nothing. He was saying that he was.
Yeah.
He actually
lied.
told me that he can't do
Right.
an online application
Yeah.
for the rental
Yeah.
application. Couldn't
Yeah.
do it online. 2025, he's 62 years old. I
Yeah.
know he drives every single day.
Right.
I know he's got a phone.
Right.
There's no reason why an
And he
adult
handles-
person cannot fill out a
Yeah.
rental application
Yeah.
online.
Yep. And he handles specimens from the lab that he has to account for. He has to photograph. He has to, put codes in and all this stuff and take
Yeah.
pictures,
Right.
inside, outside.
So
So
he's not stupid.
yeah, he's not dumb.
Yeah. So he never does the rental. He never finds her a place to live.
And my neighbors took better care of me than he would ever dream of.
Right.
I mean, they live across the cornfield from me.
Right.
And they were there every single day. Do you need groceries? Do you need this? Do you need that? Do you need to go to the doctors? Do you need to go to the dentist? Do you need...
Right.
And when I'd call him and tell him that they were helping me, he would really be disturbed by it.
Right.
He didn't like it.
Right.
He says, I don't like either one of them. Well, sure, because you're not doing your job, and they were doing his job.
So, I mean, I guess I want to just kind of go into how did this conservatorship, guardianship, as far as where I'm concerned, kind of went into. So he was telling me all these different things, and this was actually before I'd met you, though.
Yeah, right.
He talked about getting conservatorship and guardianship, and I went and talked to you about it.
Right.
And I said to you,
Yeah.
because what he told me about conservatorship and guardianship was that he needed a way to help you manage things.
Right. And
while
I
you're
was
in this
managing
situation.
everything.
Yes,
I
you
was
managed
making
everything.
him bring, things to me
Right,
if
I'm gonna
he
grab a couple
receives
things.
something, or
Keep talking, I'm gonna grab these
whatever came in the mail, whatever, if something was in there. And he just refused to show me anything, nothing. He said, I have it all secured and, all taken care of for you. And I said, no, I want to see it for myself. I know what I pay, I know what's due, I know when it's due, I know who to call, who to
Right,
talk to.
and
Yeah.
so this whole idea was that if you were at the nursing home, or
Right.
that you needed to get additional care,
Right.
that he could oversee what
Right.
you're doing and be on your bank accounts,
Yeah.
not to
He wouldn't
completely
even
take
do
over.
that. He wouldn't even do
Well,
that.
all he needed to do is, and I told him this several
Yeah.
times, I said, you just need to contact the bank with your mother on the phone,
Right.
and they should be able to do that.
He refused.
Yeah, he refused to do any of
everything.
that. So I was really under the wrong whole thing, and
Right.
I have apologized to you so
No,
many
that's
times.
okay, Julie. It's
No,
not your
I'm so
fault.
sorry, because
It's not your fault.
I had no idea what
Yeah.
we're going to talk about next, which is
Right.
what's been going on since
Right.
then.
Right.
Big
nothing.
And I'm calling this the Free Barbie movement.
Yeah. I like that.
Free Barbie.
I like
Free
that.
Barbie.
I like that.
So, anyways, he
I like that.
yeah. So he got into the court, and he needed me to be there.
Right.
And so I agreed to you to be a standby guardian, which means that if something was to happen to him, that I would step in, because you don't have any other family at this
Right.
point, no other siblings.
Right.
He's just your only son.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
But he's only your son, but you did have 2 children.
Right. I did have 2
So
children.
talk about that just for a minute, about
Yeah.
your daughter,
Yeah,
Lucy, if it doesn't upset you too
No,
much.
it's
but-
okay. I had a I had a daughter, and when the Asian flu was going around, and everybody on the floor that was in there, like her, died from it. And she's the only one that made it through. And she came back. She was okay. She was normal, born normal, and she came back like a rag. And I had to start therapy with her, and she did do well for a while, and then because I wasn't in a good school system in California, it was terrible. They were raping children there and not attending to them, strapping to toilets. And when I would take her to school, it would be school, toilet, school, snack.
And she was mentally impaired, though.
Yeah, and she
Isn't
was
that right?
mentally impaired, but she
Yeah.
could understand what you were talking about.
Yeah. This is
And they got her on a
this is a picture
computer.
of Lucy.
Yeah.
What year was she born?
She was born in 1971.
Okay, and then she passed when she was just 22, isn't that
About
right?
24 years old
24
almost.
years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, they said she'd pass earlier than that. They said she'd pass by the time she's 7 or 8 years old. And
Do you remember her, like, mental diagnosis
Yeah.
or anything?
cerebral palsy,
Cerebral palsy.
autism.
Yeah.
She had a whole list of things that, were wrong. And
Yeah.
we could see that there was more to her than that, because
Yeah.
she would swear.
Yeah.
I mean, not,
She was verbal
intelligible.
though. She was verbal.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of autistic.
and she'd call you dumb, and, different things I don't want to go into that
Yeah.
she heard at school.
But you loved your daughter.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, both
Lucy.
of us.
Her name is
Yeah,
Lucy.
Lucy, and we took her everywhere. We never left her home, ever.
Oh,
We took her
goodness.
everywhere. She met David Hasselhoff, Henry Winkler, and
Wow.
Willie Nelson. I mean, everybody. It was all for these charity things that we would go to for
Because you
for
lived
these
in California.
kids. Right,
Right? You lived in
Right.
California raising her.
right. Well, I lived part-time, in our Michigan house too, because
Okay.
the California schools were so bad.
Okay.
I came back to Michigan
Okay.
to school her, and the school she was in, Pathway, was wonderful. I mean, she loved going to school. In California, she would fight me. She would actually try to bite me because
didn't
she
like
didn't
it.
want to go.
That tells you everything,
yeah.
right? When your child's reacting
Yeah,
that way.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew something was wrong, and I went to school, and they actually barred me from the school, and it said, "Mrs. Hutchins is now on campus, alert."
Why
know,
was that?
Yeah, because they were smoking when the kids were on toilet.
Oh.
They were not
Yeah.
feeding them their snacks. They were not changing their diapers. She'd come home with her diaper wrapped around her
Oh,
legs.
God.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Well, it was a bad time in the 70s.
Yeah, it was.
Healthcare.
Yeah,
with,
well, even with handicapped kids.
with handicapped kids.
They
yeah.
had
It
no
was-
facilities, nothing.
It's still a challenge to this day.
Yeah, I
but,
know it.
you
But
know,
it's
to
not
that
as
level,
bad.
Right,
No,
right.
It's not as bad. It's not
God,
as
it's
bad.
just a horrible thing to go
Yeah.
through.
Oh, yeah,
And then
with
grieving
my daughter.
and then you lost your daughter.
Yeah, then the earthquake happened, and the cloud of dust, or whatever you want to call it, from the earthquake has thousands of viruses in it.
Did you remember what year that was?
That was 1994.
Okay.
And she had poor lung function
Oh, yeah?
because she had scoliosis
Asthma?
really bad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And she breathed in this
Soot.
soot or ash, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah, I don't know
and
what you call it.
succumbed
Could be-
to it.
could be.
7 days she was gone.
Could have been sulfuric acid even.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
was
it's just-
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was everything. I mean, the bacteria level was
So
just-
that really
that
compromised
yeah,
everything
that compromised everything. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I
for her.
know.
Sorry, I never knew that part of the story.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, it's not something that's easy for you to talk
No,
about.
I can't.
Right?
I don't like reliving it.
All right, well, we won't talk about it anymore,
Okay.
but thank you for sharing that,
Okay.
because it is a part of your journey that
I
I
know.
think that it shows, as any parent who is watching or
Yeah.
knows. I mean, I have a daughter, and
Yeah,
the kind of struggles you've gone through, I
Right.
have so much compassion for
yeah,
that,
yeah.
you know?
And my husband too. My husband
Yeah,
just adored her. I mean,
Yeah.
I have pictures of them together that is just like
yeah.
you could see the love in her
Well,
eyes
we're gonna
and
talk
just
about your husband next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this great picture I found in here.
yeah,
Because I wanna just bring in a little bit more of your
yeah.
life to this
It's in that
situation
green one, I think.
before we get into what's going on now.
Yeah,
You know, in the today's situation, what you're experiencing.
yeah.
So, this is your husband,
Right.
Paul.
Paul.
Hutchins. And so he was a singer,
Yeah.
And a
rock roll.
songwriter.
Right, songwriter.
right? And tell us the name of his band.
His band was called Paul London and the Capers.
Yeah.
And he was, the reason he was Paul London was because he was up in London doing all this music and everything. So
In
they,
Canada,
In
right?
Canada, right. And they toured Canada and Detroit and everything. That's where I met him, in Detroit.
And it's still on YouTube. Paul London,
London
and the
and Capers.
Capers with a
Yeah.
K, right?
No, C.
Oh, C.
Capers, yeah.
So the music is really good, and it's
Yep.
really interesting.
And he was very successful,
He's
and
a
he
good-looking
said,
guy.
yep, he
I
said,
didn't
I
see
don't
him.
want to make any more records. I want to make a marriage.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
romantic.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
I'll never forget that as long as I live.
I know. And how many years were you married before you
64
passed?
years.
64 years of marriage.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Oh. No,
Yeah,
this is so hard.
I know it is. And now I have this son that's just absolutely bizarre. I just can't deal with any more of
I
him.
know.
It's horrible. And it's horrible what he's trying to do to me.
Yeah.
And do with me.
Do
It's
with
not
you.
fair.
It's do to you and do with
Yeah,
you.
it's not fair.
So I want to talk a little bit about your history with what you've gone through in your life. And let's just talk a little bit more about your husband, Paul,
Right.
because I want people to better understand the kind of marriage and the kind of life that you've had
Right.
with your husband and how much. Yeah, take a minute.
Yeah,
Get you some more Kleenex.
that's okay.
So after he I guess he did. He voluntarily left his career to be married to Barbie.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a wonderful life. And I think that you'll tell it better than I will, but I don't want to get you upset, so I'm going to give the short version,
Yeah,
which is that you got pregnant,
right.
and you had a very difficult pregnancy,
Yeah.
and you apparently lost a kidney during that
I
pregnancy.
went through 3 kidney surgeries, and then eventually I lost the kidney through uremic poisoning, and I almost lost my life.
Was that during pregnancy or after?
It was after pregnancy. Yeah, I had
So
no
you had
problems.
the baby, and then all this happened. So it was a very difficult, challenging time for you,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah.
But your husband reinvented himself from being
Right.
a musician and worked at Honda.
Right. Well, he worked at Ford's. He worked at Chrysler's. He worked for White Truck. He worked for the funeral parlor. Then he went to Honda because 1981 he said, "Well, I'm not going to get much of a pension from Chrysler's or Ford's or, my previous things."
Yeah.
So he said Honda called me and wanted to know if I wanted to go out there to become a clay modeler, intern. And they saw his drawings, and his friend at Ford Motor, which was his next door neighbor at the lake where Paul lived, bought him a long piece of sheet of plywood and a billet of clay, and told Paul to make a clay model of a future car. And this is what he did, and they hired him immediately, Honda.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part of it either.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, he came from nothing, just sketching and
Created his own destiny.
yeah.
He created his
And
own.
he became a very successful modeler. He was the head of modeling, research and engineering
It's
at
amazing.
Honda's, and did all their entertainment. He did all their speeches. He taught at 4 different colleges, 3 different design centers, did the wind tunnel. I mean, he was back and forth to Japan all the time.
Wow. And you've been back and forth to Japan.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Speak a
yeah.
little
It's
Japanese,
wonderful.
don't
yes.
you?
Oh, yes, I'm Minnesai. I do. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So
So you had a very enriched life
was
with
beautiful.
him in your marriage.
It was beautiful. I
a lot of
I had,
travel and
I had a beautiful.
And he earned a lot. He
husband.
earned good money.
Yeah,
he
he
did
earned very good money.
Good money.
Very
yeah.
good money.
He was there, I think you said, for how many years at Honda? Any idea?
Almost 27 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he certainly had a pension and a retirement and everything.
Right.
And
And we accumulated a lot of wealth, needless
Yep.
to say, with
Yep.
our investing.
Yep.
You know.
yep.
So this is what my son thinks. Excuse me. He can just walk into, take over, and blow the whole thing, and leave me with dementia.
Yeah.
And Alzheimer's and all the other
But
stuff.
you don't
he
have
says I
dementia or Alzheimer's.
No, I don't.
That's what's so crazy
No,
is
I'm
that
sorry. And
that's
every place
okay.
I've been to just cannot believe. They couldn't believe him when he would come there. They said, "What's wrong with him? What is wrong with him?
yeah.
He's not treating you like his mother. He's treating you like a thing that should be locked up."
In the meantime, he's talking to me on the phone saying, "Oh, I love my mother so
Yeah.
much. I'm
Oh, my
trying so
God.
hard to help her. All I
Right.
want to do is make it right and make everything,
Yeah.
lollipops and rainbows." And I'm trying to help because that's
Yeah.
usually
Right.
children or even spouses or
Right.
whatever, they have those intentions and
Right.
they do try to do the right thing. And although that transition, that struggle, but she doesn't have dementia, but just if a parent has a fall, a hip replacement surgery thing, all of a sudden they're they're.
I
they can't
wasn't
move on.
incapacitated.
No, you
I still
weren't, but
did the
you did-
bills and everything.
No, I'm talking about other
Yeah.
people.
Oh, other
But
people,
not you.
yeah, they
But
assume.
you were doing your checks,
Right.
you were writing your
Right.
checks, you were doing
Right, I was
everything.
doing everything, paying everything.
Right, she's doing everything,
yeah.
keeping up her responsibilities. Now let's just talk a little bit about those responsibilities.
Yeah.
So, you have a home in Michigan
Right,
with a mortgage on it,
right,
with property taxes on it,
right,
with utilities on it.
right,
She's paying all those bills.
yeah.
And you have a house in California. Still has a mortgage on it?
No,
No,
it's paid for.
but you have to pay for the
Taxes.
taxes
Yeah.
and utilities to keep
Yeah.
it
Well,
running. Whatever.
It's shut
minimum.
down, so
They're shut down
yeah,
now. Okay.
you just
But you
pay
still have to
the
pay
light
for
bill.
it.
The light bill is all we had to
And
take care
then
of.
you have other
Property,
financial,
right,
due diligence every day. You have to do your things,
Right,
right? You have to
right.
keep out all your bills. So you've
Yep.
been doing that all by yourself. Did your husband, was he the one who paid all the bills when you were married before he passed, or did
I-
you kind of manage everything?
No, I didn't manage everything. He
Okay.
manages part of it at work because
Yeah.
he had two secretaries, so
Okay.
he was well taken care of that way. And I did what I could do with my daughter, her
Yeah.
doctor's appointments, my son,
Right.
his private school.
Yep.
I drove 44 miles a day to drop him off at private school in Southfield, and I drove 44 miles back to pick my daughter up.
What? So Paul went to private school as a
Yeah,
youngster?
he went to private schools.
Do you remember the name of the private school he
St.
went
Paul's Lutheran School.
to? Okay.
He went to Southfield Christian Baptist School.
Mm-hmm.
He went to St. Paul's Lutheran High School.
Wow. That's a lot
And
of
then he
expense.
went to Heartland High School.
Heartland High School.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he hated it. He wanted to go back to school. And I said, no, they've already let you go. You have to go to high school there. And he just hated it. He couldn't stand it. And he did poorly in it. I had to drive him to summer school every day and to make sure he graduated. Then I wasn't invited to the graduation. And it's just all these things, that they're not normal.
No, it's not normal.
It's just not normal for
So let's go
son.
forward. Thank you for all of that, because
Yeah.
it's very relevant to say. Obviously he wasn't in the public school system to take the bus, so
Right.
you had to drive him everywhere,
Right.
And,
Yeah,
and
right.
maybe the extracurriculars and all that.
Right.
After, and also managing your daughter.
Yep, and
with
drive her all
disabilities
over
and managing all of that. And then, we'll get into the past a little bit later. I
Yeah.
want to bring everybody up to speed with what's going on now.
Yeah.
So Barbara was at West Hickory Haven, like we said,
Yeah.
in Milford.
Right.
And although it's a good facility for people who have complete dementia, because it's
Right.
clean, they're
Yeah.
wonderful care,
Right.
right? The
Yep.
staff is unbelievable.
Excellent. Yeah.
But she clearly didn't belong in a nest of
Right.
that,
Right.
with those kinds of people. As you can see, that's why we want to do this
Yeah.
video, to show people
Yeah.
that Barbara, recalling all of that past,
Yeah.
what I know about
Right.
dementia and Alzheimer's patients,
Yeah.
is they don't have the kind of snap recall that she
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
They do seem to remember a lot about their early childhood,
Right.
though, because that part of the brain,
Right.
the short-term memory goes
Right.
first, and
Right.
then the long-term memory goes
Right.
last. You know what I
Right.
mean? But I mean, your short-term memory. Do you remember what we just did the other day? When we went
I don't know. Shopping?
we went shopping.
Shopping, yeah. Okay.
We went to
trying to
the.
think.
Where else did we go?
We went out to lunch.
We went to the urgent care.
Oh,
remember?
yeah, I forgot about that already.
Yeah. Well,
Well, the urgent care, yeah, and,
took her to urgent care. She's got a horrible infection right now.
Right.
But again, we'll get to that. But
yeah,
so she's recalling yesterday, the other day. She's recalling a long time ago. So just trying to do a dementia little thing here. Do you
Yeah.
know the president of the United States is today, Barbara?
yeah. Trump.
You don't like him very
I
much.
know.
do you?
I really don't care for his politics, let me tell you, they're kind of strange.
Do you know what year it is right now?
Yeah, 2025.
Do you remember your birthday?
Yeah, 3240.
Okay. So just so the judge, because
Yeah.
I'm sending this to the judge, by the way,
Right, right.
so that she knows.
Yeah,
Do you know how long you've lived here for? generally?
Yeah, probably about, what, 3 months, 2.5 months?
It's been about, it feels like a long time because
Yeah.
you don't have everything around
I
you.
know,
But
it's just,
I think I don't know specifically myself, but I want to say it was July 28th or something we signed the
Yeah.
contract. So it's
no,
been
it was
almost,
before that. It was the 18th, around the 18th that
okay.
because I
Okay.
still had my boot, like,
Oh yeah, you did.
yeah,
You did.
so it was.
We'll check on the dates on
yeah.
that. But generally speaking, you can see how coherent
Yeah.
she is. But she's been living in this
Yeah.
shell of a place without any personal items.
Yeah.
So what's happened now is that what I judge people is on not what they say. I would love my mother. I love her. I want to help her. Is the actions.
Right,
So
right,
she was. I'm gonna start to cry now.
yeah,
I went to West Hickory Haven and I saw her, and she said, I just want to go home. And Paul would not let her go home because he did nothing to do the plumbing.
Yeah.
He did nothing to fix up the house. He did nothing to make it safe for her to not have another fall. So I had to find her a place because he
Yeah.
said he was working on it and never did nothing.
well, he's not,
Nothing.
he said he wasn't going to. He told me he wasn't going to,
Yeah.
that I had
He
to
wanted
go.
you to
Yeah.
stay
Yeah.
in the nursing home
In the
forever.
nursing home. He did
In
not
that
even
place.
want me,
It was not even proper
Yeah.
place for a person
Right.
in her condition.
and
So,
he could only stay for like 5 minutes because the alarms were so bad.
oh yeah.
He couldn't stand it. He started sweating right away and turning red and, oh, I can't take this. I got to get out of here. This is,
I couldn't handle it. It's
I
hard.
know, it's horrible.
You know, they never had those kind of tweaking alarms
I
like
know.
that when my mother was there.
I know it.
But it's unbearable.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It's
All
unbearable.
night and all day. All
Yeah,
night.
so anyways, I went and I spent 3 days on the phones and trying to find a proper place and looking for assisted living.
Right.
And so we found the Independence Village in White Lake,
Yeah.
which is where we're on the property now.
Yeah.
But Barbara, as wonderful she is,
Yeah.
she wasn't ready to do the full assisted living, so they
No.
have independent apartments here, which is we're at Oak Tree, which is completely independent though. There's
Right.
no, but that's not. She didn't want to go into the whole socialization, and she doesn't have memory care issues.
And it made me sad to see those people too. My heart went out to them. I mean, I know, and I could see myself maybe going there one day, and it made me sad. It really made me sad and made me feel bad, and
Right.
I didn't want to feel like that. And I explained to them. I said, you know, they live in a different world than I live in.
Yeah.
Entirely. It's entirely different. I'm able to take care of myself. I'm able to do what I'm supposed to do, what I'm told to do, what I'm told not to do.
Right.
Not to have somebody
Right.
come and pick me up and take me or whatever.
Well, based on her coherency and her energy, and based on the fact that she owns her own home,
Yeah.
which just a Zillow check will tell you it's
And
worth,
I drove.
it's a $410,000 home across from the lake, so
Right.
it's a beautiful home.
Yeah.
And for you, and just like my father, he wanted to be in his own home.
Right. Right.
You know, to be independent as
Right.
long as you're coherent.
Right.
But anyway, so I kind of worked a deal here, and Stephanie, the administrator, I kind of talked them into it. I'm grateful that they did.
Yeah, right.
I said that
I
if
am
we can
too.
get her out of here within 90 days,
Right.
she doesn't have to sign the lease. So we're
Right.
here in a temporary situation,
Right.
but
A bad situation.
but
Right.
Paul wanted her to move in, but he didn't move anything in.
Yeah. He did nothing
He wants
for
you
me.
to stay here, but he does nothing for your house.
No.
either.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Not a
So
not
we
a
signed the
single thing.
lease in the end of July or whatever, and never seen him since.
Yeah.
He didn't sign the lease. She signed the lease.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Paul since then. You
No,
haven't seen
I
Paul
haven't
since
either.
then.
No, I haven't.
He's completely abandoned her.
Yeah.
For 30 days.
Yeah.
So he, but the order came in.
He's never come to this apartment.
Never come to the apartment.
He's-
well, and maybe he did
and-
yesterday because
Yeah.
we have all the grease all
Yeah,
over the
and
ground.
I wasn't here. I was out
You
with
weren't
her.
here. Yeah, we were
I
out
was
together.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he's telling them that you know, I'm siding with, you know, her and plotting with her. And
Not at all.
And you know what? This is just a complete lie. And I told her I don't want to interrupt your family life with my problems.
Oh,
I
honey.
should be able to solve my own problems.
Right.
I can't with a person like this.
Because what's happened is because the judge, so when I went to court with
Yeah.
Paul, so that was on July 20th,
Right.
was it June 23rd?
Yeah, I think it was June 23rd.
I think it was July 23rd.
Was it?
I don't remember the date. I'll have to,
No,
I'll
it
have
was,
to
it
get
was
back.
July 23rd.
It was July
Yeah.
23rd, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, I can be accused of dementia too. It's pretty scary these days, guys. Anybody can call you crazy and get away with it.
It's true.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So that was July 23rd. So the conservatorship. So, anyways, we go into the court and everything, and Judge Kavanaugh, is the judge's name, and I'm finding myself in a very uncomfortable situation because, well, it's not that you're not my family, but
Right.
Paul.
Put everything on her shoulders and did nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing.
I signed on to be what's called a standby guardian, which
Right.
means that if something happens to Paul, if he dies or becomes
Right.
incapacitated, that I would jump in and make
Right.
sure that you're.
Fine.
It's not anything to do with the money though. It's just about
Right.
your living situation.
That's right.
Nothing to do with the
Exactly.
money.
Exactly.
Okay. So again, I have my own money.
Right.
My friends know. My
Right.
husband owns Height Photo. We do just fine.
Right.
House
Right.
on the lake.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
there's no physical
Right.
monetary
No.
interest that I
No.
have here
No.
at all.
No.
I mean,
She's done this out of the goodness of her heart.
yeah,
and I really
because
appreciate
I
it.
just cannot stand to see
Yeah.
somebody calling somebody
Crazy.
who is
Yeah.
not crazy
Right.
or has dementia, totally incapacitated. So we
Right.
go to the court, and the judge, is talking to the guardian ad litem, is talking about a previous
Right.
case
Right.
that you guys had,
Right.
and we're going to talk about that in a second. But I want to get to, she asked me my experience with you, and I said she's sharp as a tack. She's very smart. She's not incapacitated.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with her. This is according to what Paul has
Right.
communicated to me to help her through this
Yes.
time
Right.
on the side,
Right.
to kind of be
Yeah.
supportive of her, let
Right.
her continue to do her own things, but be a little bit of a watchdog.
Right.
I think that could be great
Yeah.
if that was the
Right.
whole thing.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
the intention. That was what
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
was signed on to do. And so she said, Paul, is she incapacitated? And he said, yes, she
Oh, yeah.
is.
Oh,
and
my
then it
God.
was it.
Yeah.
And then she gave the order. That's where we have a big problem. And that's where we have to free Barbie, because
Yeah.
now she's in a conservatorship and a guardianship from her son, who is not only not here right now with us,
Right.
but is apparently going to California. But he's never, since day one, since 30 days, 30
Right.
plus days, has never showed up.
Right.
So I have been
Doing,
buying you
doing
food,
his job.
going shopping.
Right.
I bring Zerbo meals every week.
Everything. Yeah.
Every
I mean,
week.
she sees that I'm
Going shopping for
taken
you.
care of. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so
Well,
much.
how do you put somebody in a box like this and
Yeah.
expect them to survive?
Well, like
you have no phone.
I know it.
Well, you have a phone,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you have no car.
No.
You have no
No.
credit. Now he cut off all of her bank accounts, so she has no credit cards. She has no checking account. She has
nothing.
nothing
Nothing.
at all. And so, yeah. And how did you find out about that? We drove to his house
Right.
to
Well,
get her prescriptions, because
Yeah,
he
right.
didn't even give her her
Yeah,
pills.
No pills.
No pills.
Nothing. I was out without pills.
She was supposed to get her rehab from West Hickory
Yeah.
Haven. I talked to West Hickory Haven when she was walking out, and I talked to Whitney, who's a social worker there,
Yeah.
to set up home health care for rehab, for
Right.
continued rehab. And do I have these papers with me here? No, they're at my house, because
Yeah.
I'm going to fax them to
Right.
I'm sending them to the judge
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Right.
So the reason why we don't have that to show you here, but I will add to the links on the bottom of this video so that you'll
Right.
see everything. But everything that he was supposed to do, which was set up home health care
Right.
24 hours after, Medicare does pay a lot of it.
Yeah.
She still needed home rehab in
Right.
her home, and Medicare, it is 100 days where you get the benefit of it.
Right.
They don't pay 100%, but you
Right.
get the
Right.
reduced amount.
Right.
Nothing.
I know. I know it.
Nothing.
I know it. Well, I asked him. I said, "Oh, if you're going to go to California, we should go together, because I have I know where all the documents are, I know where everything is, and I have the keys.
This was a while ago, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
this is way before.
yeah, and he said, oh no, you're not going to California with me. And I says, well then you're not going to California, because you are not going to go to that house.
Why do you think he wants to go to California so bad?
Yeah, really, to live, to live.
Well, he's looking for a gold nugget.
Yeah, and this piece of quartz, he said, I have. It's supposed to have a gold nugget in it or some crazy thing, and I'm just sitting there looking at him like
A gold digger?
Yeah, worse than a gold digger. But anyhow, I told him, I said, look, I don't know anything about that. He said, well, it's worth $70,000. And I'm going, so? I said, what does that mean? Is that supposed to do something for me? I said, that's not doing a thing for me. I said, I want to go to California. When you go, I want to go. He said, no way. You're not going anyplace, he said. You're going to stay there. No
Yeah.
therapy, no pills, no nothing, no food.
Right. So Barbara, I've been coming to see her every week and visiting with her, of course, because she's wonderful company to hang out with.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
You are too.
yes.
Thank you so much. I
Yes.
appreciate her
We
dearly.
yeah.
And her family, I told them.
We had a lot of fun shopping.
Yes.
We got the couch.
Right.
We got the chair. We got the couch and a chair and a lamp. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
Yeah.
But I enjoy being with you.
I
'cause
enjoy
you're
being with her
you're
too,
a
and
fun
her
person.
family and everything.
Yeah,
They're
this is
wonderful.
Sitting with a person
Yeah.
that if you can tell me
85
that
years
she
old.
deserves
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
under full incapacity,
Lock and key.
lock
No.
and key.
No.
And so this is where the alert comes in.
Yeah.
And this might upset you to tell you this, but
Yeah.
I think you already know. So I was, no, it's okay.
No, I
We're
know.
just gonna breathe through this.
Yeah.
So I haven't talked to Paul since August 25th, and you weren't looking so good.
No, I wasn't.
So we went on Saturday,
Yeah.
and I said, "Where's her prescriptions? What is
Yeah.
she supposed to be taking?" So
Yeah.
she's on blood pressure medication, thyroid medication, two different heart
Right.
medications. She
Right.
has a pacemaker,
Yeah.
and she had previously been on different medications, right?
Well, they gave me some Pepsid too. I couldn't take that.
Pepsid in a bottle, which is
Yeah,
prescription.
well, no, this was pills too.
Oh, yeah,
They
the
gave me
pills, that's what I'm
both,
talking
and
about, right?
I couldn't take those. They wanted to dose me up on, what do you call that, drug?
Oh, the pain pills.
Yeah, the pain
She
pills.
doesn't take
and
pain pills.
I don't
take pain pills either.
Oh,
Yeah.
Norco, and
Narco, yeah.
that other one. I can't even think of the name because I don't want to think about it
You
because
don't
I
want to
refuse
take
it. No,
that kind of stuff.
I don't.
Yeah, she
I don't
doesn't
take drugs.
She doesn't take drugs.
I haven't done anything. I don't smoke. I don't.
I've never
drink.
taken any. I don't like prescription drugs. They hit my system
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
Like that's what's so funny about you and I. We like the same foods.
I know it.
We get affected by a lot of the
Yeah,
same
same
sensitivities,
things. Yeah,
chemically wise.
Right.
And I think that's why, obviously, you've kept yourself
Yeah.
so sharp because
Right,
you haven't been on prescription.
I don't pollute myself. I
Pollute
really
yourself,
don't.
yeah,
I
she's
totally
amazing.
refuse to.
So anyway, but her prescriptions were gone, and I said this to Paul. I mean, I can look at my phone on the dates, but
Yeah.
we're doing this right now, so I
Right.
can't. But I'll make a description of
Right.
everything for the judge.
Right.
But I can't take her to the doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what are you gonna do? You know? How are you
And
gonna
no
do that?
doctor, no
No
dentist,
health insurance
No
card,
health
no
insurance.
ID, no Medicare card.
no nothing.
So how can I take her to the doctor if she doesn't have a Medicare card, an ID? You have to have a photo ID to go to the
Right.
doctor, by the way.
Right.
And a health insurance
Right.
card.
That's right.
All you have is your health
Well,
insurance
he
card.
canceled my Blue Cross and Blue Shield too,
Yeah,
and put me on Humana.
right, without you knowing.
Yeah.
Right. So we drive out to his house to get the prescriptions, and he says to you, I'm giving you $1,000 cash.
Yeah. For what?
What did you think about that?
For what? Why is he giving me $1,000 cash?
Can't use cash.
What good is that going to do me? What? Here's cab fare or something? Or
So I talked to Paul.
just
I said,
totally
you know,
crazy.
he goes, he has shut her bank accounts.
Yep.
He took all of her bank accounts and put them into his own name.
He had to tell her
Yeah,
to get her these debit cards. He didn't even know enough to get me a debit card. This is
So
just,
upsetting, but you know, I said, Paul, how's she gonna order groceries from Kroger on DoorDash with cash?
Right.
Can anybody do that? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you can't do that.
yeah,
So, you know, I haven't even gotten to the point, I'm like, okay, if you had an account with a regular bank or credit card,
yeah,
you can order your own food, because that's what the girls
Right.
at the administration said, you can
Right.
order Kroger, and I'm like, I can teach you how to do the DoorDash app.
Right.
It's very simple. We
Right.
did Panera
Yeah,
Bread.
right.
It's so
Yeah,
simple. I mean,
I know how to do it.
you could actually call
Right.
them and say, I want DoorDash,
Yeah,
and they'll
right.
send it.
That's right.
But
I
you
know
have to
that
have
with-
they don't
with
take
Olive
cash.
Garden too, right? Yeah, no one takes cash.
No one takes cash.
No one.
So this was bizarre.
Yeah,
And so we come back home here, and she's upset, and I'm upset, and I
Yeah.
call Paul, and he's saying, well, I'm going to California now.
yeah.
I said, why don't you talk to your mother?
Oh,
Why don't you,
Forget
because
that.
everything that I've wanted is they have their issues or whatever. I want peace, love, balance.
Yeah.
For the mother and the son to have
Yeah.
a connected relationship. The whole time up until he got the conservatorship,
Right.
he said that that's what he wanted. That's what he was
Yeah.
telling me.
well,
He wants to repair the relationship.
Yeah.
He wants to love his mother. He wants to take care of you.
This is what he told me. He says, I love you so much. I love you so much. And then in the next breath, he says, oh my God, I can't take this. Yeah, you're killing me. I only have an hour's sleep. I can't do this and get up at 5:30 in the morning and go on my run, my 500-mile run to pick up all my specimens and stuff. And he says, I just don't have time for this. And he says, they need to put you on oxycodone
Oh,
to shut you up and
my
to make
God.
you realize what you're doing or not doing. And I said, no, they'll never put me on any of that. I'm sorry.
never.
And he just kept this up. And every time he would call me or I would call him, it would be, oh my God. Oh, get out of my way. You're too close to me. Oh my God, I'm going to pull you over and punch you or do something physically to you, to these drivers. It was just so crazy. I went 2 times with him, 3 times at the most. And you know what? I feared for my life. I just pray to God that I got home. And he did pull over people and threaten them.
You got road rage.
Yeah, road rage, terrible,
Wow.
scary. And then I would have to duck like this in his car to hide from these people. I was
crazy.
afraid they were going to shoot us.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Horrible.
it was horrible. It was just horrible.
Because he drives, just so you know, he apparently.
He drives
I don't
like a
think he's
maniac.
working though, because he hasn't.
No, he
worked
hasn't
in
worked
A
in-
very
he
long
hasn't
time.
worked
It's been
since-
like 2.5 weeks
Yeah.
now.
Oh, maybe more.
That I'm aware of.
Maybe more. I'm
But
not
he was
aware
driving
of
as a laborator, picks up a specimen from a lab,
Yeah.
from a hospital, and takes it to the lab.
it. Labs. Yeah.
Things like that.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know.
Right.
So anyway, so then this happens where we get she understands now that she has no bank. Well, she didn't really know at that
Yeah.
time, but
I didn't. Yeah.
the alerts were going
Right.
off, the alarm
Yeah,
bells were going
Well,
off.
I asked him. I said, "Bring me the statements. That's my
Yeah.
statements. They're mine.
Yeah,
They're
it's-
not yours."
Right.
No, I've sorted through your mail and everything, and all this crap. And I says, I don't care what you've done. I want to see the bank account and the savings account. I said, I just don't trust you. And he says, oh, you don't trust me. Well, who are you going to trust? Who's out there that's going to do something for you? I said, pal, I have so many friends and so many confidence and
You do.
money that's out there.
You do.
And you can't get a hold of it because my friends are holding it for me.
We're not going to mention the gentleman's name that we recently spoke
I'm not.
to.
But he said if you want to talk to
But
him.
what a great friend, and I
Right.
talked to him personally, and he's like, I vouch for her
Right.
500%.
Yeah.
She's got it together. All they need to do is talk to Barbara and
Yeah.
see her.
Everybody.
That's why we're doing this video.
Everybody-
is to show
yeah.
the court, the judge,
Right.
and everybody out there that this conservatorship
Is a farce.
it's a nightmare. And I'm going to tell you why we're here today, though, really, literally, why
Yeah.
the alarm bells are going off for
Yeah.
me. So there's a young lady she's my age, actually, but
Right.
She's just a beautiful woman.
Right.
And her name's Pandora.
Right.
And
She is lovely.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
She's a sales manager or salesperson here at Independence Village
Right.
in White Lake. So if you're looking for space for someone, please contact Pandora for sure.
It's a wonderful place. It really is.
It really is. It's wonderful.
They're really beautiful.
But she calls me on Thursday, and today is Sunday, okay? This before Labor Day. Labor Day's tomorrow. She calls me on Thursday. I had gone through this tear with Paul on the phone
Right.
on Monday and Tuesday. I was so upset
Yeah.
because he's just saying crazy things.
Yeah.
You know?
They think he's crazy.
And he wants to tell me, oh, can you tell me that you love me? I'm like, no.
She is a married woman.
I'm a married woman.
And he's trying to hit
And I
on
said,
her.
No, Paul.
This is not right.
I said, maybe like a little like a brother, maybe. I mean, I'm just trying. I was like so awkward. I was like, okay, I'm just not
She
gonna.
was offended and
I'm very
amazed.
offended by him. He's been saying this kind of
Yeah.
stuff to me
And
for a while.
to the people
It's
here,
not acceptable.
he has set up chat boxes.
Yeah, well, this
with-
is Pandora.
Yeah, with Pandora.
Yeah.
And trying to get her, he says, oh, I know you really like me. You really think I'm cool. I'm really, great. And she's going, oh my God. And everybody up there that I've spoken to here said,
What's
oh
wrong
my
with him?
God, what is wrong with him? He's the one that needs the psych ward and the help.
yeah, he does.
I mean, seriously.
So she calls me on Thursday.
Yeah.
She's terrified.
Yeah. Oh,
She was
Well,
terrified.
Yeah,
she
she
goes,
came came
Saw
to my
you.
door and saw me and said,
She said, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
He's a total creep. He wants to be my boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's saying, I
Right.
want to be at your...
You know
home,
why
this and
though?
that."
I know what's
I don't know
behind
why.
it. Okay, no, listen to this.
Okay.
It's because she has clout here, okay? And it's to get her on his side and manipulate her into getting me into one of these institutionalized situations.
The full assisted living
Right.
where you're on lockdown.
Right.
Lockdown.
Lockdown.
That's
Yeah.
That's what he
Yeah.
wants. He wants her
Yeah.
to be in full assisted
So he thinks by going through
memory care, the
Pandora.
whole thing. Yeah, well, that's brilliant. I didn't think
Yeah,
about that. I
that's
don't even
right.
think that she gets that.
Yeah. Oh no,
Well,
she
he's
did.
such a manipulator.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he's manipulated everybody.
So then she calls me and she's like, oh my God, he's so
Supposedly.
weird. And then I told her everything.
Yeah,
I said, listen,
right.
and I was crying on the phone. I'm
Right.
like, I'm the
I
one
know.
bringing her food. I'm sorry. I'm the one who
I
is
know it.
taking her.
I'm so ashamed of him. I'm just so ashamed. I tried my best with that boy. I'm so ashamed of him. I just can't even tell you. It's been horrendous. I've stuck up for him and everything, and he's just spit in my face every move I make. He just wants money, and so he can trash around and splash around and.
Well, then she calls. So I told her the whole thing. I said, she doesn't even have a TV.
I know.
Who puts their mother in an apartment without even, and I can't set it up because I'm not the guardian or
Right.
conservator
Yeah.
to sign up the Wi-Fi or the cable
Right.
or anything. I mean, could I get her a TV? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't set it up though.
I know it. I know.
I have no, and
And
she has no money to put it in the account.
And
so could you imagine? I mean,
Yeah.
just that alone
Well,
is really.
Well, I
Most
can't
people-
do anything they've asked me to do. Go independently to call the gas company, to connect the gas. When they're doing this, on this 90-day thing,
Yeah.
to connect any of the facilities here.
Nothing.
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 I
She
don't
has
know.
no rights to do anything.
I don't know how to use that heat. I don't know how to use that air conditioning thing. I figured it out finally.
Yeah.
But this was horrendous for me. I'm
It's
like,
just, there's no way. And don't even have her personal items, her personal
Right.
clothing, her personal blankets,
Yeah.
her personal photos
nothing.
and pictures.
No warm
and,
blankets. No,
nothing.
just these nasty pillows here.
Right.
And this thing here isn't even warm.
Yeah.
I've been suffering,
It's just not even right.
It's not
Who
right.
abandons their mother like
Yeah.
this?
No.
Okay, so then I talked to her about the whole thing, and then I said, okay, Pandora, well, I'll talk to you a little bit later, right? I'll talk to Barbara. She's like, you've got to do something, Julie,
Yeah.
because this is not right.
Yeah.
And so then
No, she came to the
15
door.
minutes, well, wait, let me
Yeah.
back it up. So 15 minutes later,
Right.
she calls me in a full-on fit.
Wow.
And she says, oh my gosh, I'm overhearing a conversation
Oh,
through the
yeah.
wall from the administrator with Paul and some other guy go, oh, that's his little lawyer,
Right.
who actually is a real estate agent that
Maybe.
says he used to be an
Right.
estate attorney.
Right.
I will say this again to you.
Yeah.
I don't know very many attorneys
Right.
who turn into real estate agents.
Well, I don't even think he's a real estate agent.
Probably not.
A credible one.
I don't even know who-
Because Jim, my neighbor across the cornfield, he is an accredited
Lawyer.
real estate agent for
Right,
the
right.
same agency, and he says, I don't even know him.
Yeah.
And I know everybody.
We're not going to mention his
Yeah.
name
No, I'm not.
because we're not going to
No, I don't
go
want it.
there.
No.
But
If I have to, I will.
Well, whatever. So she calls me and she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I
Yeah.
can't believe what's happening. I'm overhearing
Right.
that they're going to call the sheriff's department and have her picked up and put into a psychiatric ward
Right.
under a 72-hour hold.
Right.
And pretty much, we know what that means.
Yeah.
IV drugs
Right.
for you to
Right.
make you incoherent.
Right.
I mean, to
I
be
know
like,
it. Yeah, I know what it means.
that's
too.
terrifying.
I know it.
So
I know
then she's like, Julie, you have to do something now.
Yep.
Barbara is so sweet. She's so fine.
Ah.
She's okay. This is a crime.
Yeah. it
And I'm
is.
like, okay, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? So then she came over and talked to Barbara.
Right.
She was
Yeah. She was livid. She said
crying.
that, yeah, crying, and she said, they are not going to do this to
Get
you.
away with
Whoever this they is, like he told me.
Yeah.
They're not going to get away with it. She says, we will wrap him around a ringer and sponge him right out the door. She
Yeah,
said, no
it's
way.
so wrong.
She said, he's not going to be coming in here and harassing you and us
Nope.
not knowing if
Yeah.
he's dangerous to her,
Right.
to
Well, she's
hurt
freaked
her,
out.
or punch me, or
Well, hearing all this, I'm terrified
Yeah.
because if he's going to
I
come
am
for
too.
me
I
and
am
do
too.
something to me now.
right.
But I'm not afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
Just so you know, don't
Yeah.
mess with me.
I
I'm
know.
not really afraid.
Yeah.
You mess with the wrong person, Paul.
Yeah.
And I hope you see this video.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's done.
Yeah.
You're done.
It's
So
over.
the whole point of doing this video is because I am going to be filing
Right.
this petition that Barbara.
Right.
Barbara is going to be filling this out,
Right.
and she will be now. It is a petition to terminate the guardianship
Right.
and the conservatorship.
Right.
You would say, well, why doesn't she get a lawyer? Sorry, she can't have any money.
Yeah.
She
How
can't
am I
get to
going
her money to get
I
a lawyer.
did call. My girlfriend called Jeffrey Feiger. Okay. Okay. She left because it's a holiday. All right. She told the answering machine the situation and everything. Well, they're all out of town.
Yeah.
They have no way of
For
getting
sure.
back to her.
For
Okay,
sure.
and my other friend, she called. She called Bernstein. Well, he gave her the runaround. I called Sam Bernstein. Like, he says he's this passionate, da-da-da. Well, one of his little flunkies got on and just reamed me over the coals, you know. Well, what state are you going to live in? California? Michigan? Up north? What are you going to do? What's your plan here? I can't do somebody that's moving all over the place.
Well, here's again, Barbara. Unfortunately, you know.
It's just terrible.
Well, they're
I
of the
want money
they're
up
of the
front.
mindset that an 85-year-old woman
Right, yeah.
is completely got
Yeah.
crazy talk
Right.
and
Yeah,
saying
that's it.
her own son
Right.
is doing this to me,
Right.
and they're like, oh my God, I've heard these crazy
Right.
old ladies who are actually
Ranting.
nuts,
Yeah.
ranting. That's really not
Right,
truth,
yeah,
right?
right.
Well, this is actually you really
Yeah.
are a victim here in this
Right,
situation, and I mean. Please
I know.
let us know if you are not seeing what I'm
Right.
seeing here,
Right.
and knowing this beautiful, wonderful, absolutely intelligent,
I know.
beautiful woman,
That just makes me sick.
not even in her
how
own
he's-
fancy clothes.
Yeah.
She can't have any of her
know.
normal things, and so we're filing. I mean, I'm just going to file it on her for her.
Yeah.
This petition to terminate the guardianship, the petition to terminate the guardianship,
Yeah.
free Barbie,
Yeah.
and we're going to ask for an emergency hearing.
Right.
So if you can support us
Right.
and just say something in the comments about this, and if you feel like you want to contact the Livingston County Probate Court
Right.
and let them know
Yeah.
that you support Barbara Hutchins,
Right.
and we're calling it the Free Barbie movement here, please do, because you know,
Yeah.
The judge has clearly made a horrendous error.
Mistake. Well, did you tell him that I had her before because he tried to take over?
No, but
before?
I'd like for you to tell that right now.
Okay. He came into the house, not into the house.
Well, how many years? Wait, let's get some dates here, though. When was this? Was this 5 years ago? He refers to it as 5 years ago.
It was 1919.
19. No, that
No,
doesn't
no,
make sense.
wait. I'm sorry.
Just breathe.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
have a
sorry.
drink of water.
Yeah, I know.
Just relax
I'm
for a
just
minute.
like, I'm
I
going
want you to
crazy
calm
now.
down.
I know.
Just calm down. Just breathe.
I know. It was
Just breathe.
2019.
2019.
Okay.
Okay.
And he came into the garage screaming at my husband. Oh, good cop, bad cop. She's the bad cop. I'm the good cop. I'm going to help you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Well, I was going out to the garage because he was listening to the baseball game. And I saw him there and I said, what are you doing here? I threw you out because of all the disturbances and the antics that you were running around with women. You were coming home drunk. You were doing the school bus, the senior citizen bus. He was
What?
molesting her. And I call it molesting. He says he was having sex with her.
A school bus driver? Or
Yeah.
the senior care bus
senior
driver?
care bus driver.
Oh, boy.
So I was excommunicated from the senior bus driver transportation, and I had to go out for other transportation methods. And I told him to get out, just get out and leave your father alone. He's having enough problems with his, mental condition that you've done to him. And he left and he says, well, we'll see about this, blah, blah, blah. So I called my neighbor and I said, look, I have to go on Wi-Fi to have a court meeting with a judge.
A Zoom meeting, yeah.
Yeah, a Zoom meeting, because he just would not leave us alone. And I want him out of here, out of my life. I don't want to see him again. I've had enough of this. And
But he started filing orders against you.
I know it.
And saying,
I know.
He contacted, well, actually, this is really important to note.
Yeah.
He actually filed an MDSHHS, which is Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, complaint that they were living in a bad situation with their home.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if your parents are living in a bad situation, don't you go fix it yourself?
No, my neighbor had to come over and help us.
Yeah, because her husband was...
Yeah, take us for...
Health was failing.
Yeah, doctor's appointments, just be a companion to him too and me.
Yeah.
And, protection from this kid.
Right.
This juvenile.
Because he was actually calling the police on you too, wasn't he?
We had the police out there so many different times.
Were you calling the police against him, or he was calling them against you?
No, he was calling them against us. And he
calls the police against their parents.
Yeah, and he stated that I was, I was steering my husband in the wrong direction and all this. It was just total garbage, this whole thing he was doing. And I got to know the police. They wouldn't even come out anymore. They just say, okay, we talked to you. We saw your husband. We met your husband. We met you. Don't worry. We'll, mark it down, that we talked to you and everything's okay. So then my friend out in California called me and asked me what was going on. I told her. Well, she called the police and said, no, you're not getting away with this. You're not going to do this to your mother and father. I know them personally. That's one of my best friends out there. She lived the block over from me. And they could not believe what was going on. They couldn't believe it. They were like, really? Well, then we have to go to court to stop this. And we did go. We went on Zoom and went to the court. And Kavanaugh is the one that we're going to go to plead this extreme need to
terminate the whole thing.
Yeah, because everybody's so upset about this whole thing.
Yes.
And she offered to come and get me and take me to her house.
Your friend?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
friend in
yeah.
California. Well, I have like 4 friends in California that all offered. And the people at work, the
But
same
you can't
thing.
do any. You can't go
No.
anywhere with any money.
No.
But
You
Judge
can't.
Kavanaugh was
Yeah.
the first judge. Was the same judge before in 2019.
Right.
And so, tell me
Well,
about that.
Yeah, she listened to him, and
To
she
who?
said to my son,
Okay.
spouting off, and she said to him, "Look, do not speak to me unless I have spoken to you. You let these people talk. I don't want to hear your gibberish." And he just got offended right away, and and started interfering again. She says, "Look, I will dismiss you from this courtroom right this minute." And he had some kind of a dinky lawyer. I don't know who she was or what she was, but she did nothing for him. And
Well, she had nothing to do. She couldn't do anything for him.
She couldn't do anything because he was such an idiot.
I mean, if you're the one that's calling on your own parents, what judge or what person
Right.
is not going to view you as a
Right.
complete imbecile? Don't
Yeah.
you know that you're the one that needs to be helping your own family?
Yeah.
Who else can you rely on if you can't rely on your own family?
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's true. It's true. And she just told him, "Shut up. This case is going to be dismissed right now. Out, Mr. Hutchins, out." And that was it.
Yay.
Yeah, Gay is right. Because I just was at my wit's end. I didn't know what to do with him. And my friend says, "Well, we can go on Zoom and just go to court, and that's it."
So, knowing all that, he found a vulnerable, compassionate person in myself and used
he
me
sure did.
to tell me that he had a mother with, dementia, trouble, couldn't do this, couldn't do that.
Yeah.
He's going to help. I love my mother. I'm going to live with her. I'm going to find a house for us to rent. We're going to rent a house. We're going to live together. I'm going to take care of her.
Plus, he wanted me to go in this situation with 3 other men that were living with him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he was going to move them in with me. And then when the
in the
Livingston,
trailer park.
Yeah, and in the houses too. And so when Livingston County called me, Stewart, the one that's the
lawyer,
yeah,
guardian ad litem.
Yeah.
It's both a guardian ad litem and an
Yeah.
attorney.
he
So.
said, "No way, you are not going into a situation like that with 3 men. He said, that's just not allowed. I'm sorry." He said, "That's not allowed. That'll never happen."
Yeah, and come to find out, once again, Paul is the one who, she can't go back to her home again, not only because Paul has not fixed the plumbing, but that he, again, called HHS on the house itself again. What does that tell you, by the way?
Yeah, I know.
Does that not tell you
Yeah.
that he's trying to make sure that you don't live there so that he can sell the house and take the money himself?
Yeah. Well, what he told me is he wants the house.
Yeah.
He wants to live in the house.
Oh, he wants to live in the house.
He wants to live in the house. But
so-
I don't think that's the case. He really wants to just get everything,
Out of there and sell it.
that's it.
Well, the value on Zillow is $410,000.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful home.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more than that.
In my
because
opinion,
lots.
all it needs to do is it needs to be organized.
Yeah.
Because she is a grieving woman that lost her husband in January of 2024.
And he told me I should be over that. Get over it. What the heck is wrong with you?
Get over what?
Get over the death. Get over it. He's gone. He's passed. Let's get on with this. I said, "You gotta be kidding me." I said, it just made me
64 years of marriage.
Yeah. I'm just like, "You gotta be kidding me. How can you even say that to me? How can you even say that about your father? He's dead. He's gone." And he just has he's so cold. He's so calculating and
horrible.
yeah, it is. It's awful.
It's awful.
I can't take any more of it.
Well, people can say to anything that they want, I'm not going to believe anything anybody says, but what I believe is what they do.
Yeah.
I judge people on their actions.
Yeah.
And for him to completely disregard her living
well-being.
situation with food and with
everything.
Everything.
Medication,
I mean,
everything.
medication and
Doctor's
doctor appointments.
everything.
And I have been paying for everything out
Yeah.
of my pocket.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, let's just do full disclosure though. You did give me some money.
Right,
You
right.
gave me $2,000,
Yeah.
which I used to actually pay the court fees.
Right, I know. And all
And I
the
paid
other
for
stuff,
other
yeah.
things. I got you hose. I
Right.
got you other things at
Yeah.
the nursing home. I would
But
bring
she
her
took care
items.
of me.
Yeah.
She
And
took
then
care of
you
me.
gave me another $3,000.
Right,
And
right.
so I have not been,
Right,
overly concerned, but
right.
that was her, not
Yeah.
Paul. Paul's
No.
not giving me a dime.
Not a dime.
Not
no.
a dime, and he
Uh-uh.
still owes me for the $150 for the shoes, the
Yeah.
$120 for the life coaching that
Right. Right.
Paul, my Ron did,
Yeah.
and everything else. I mean, he literally.
Abandoned everybody.
Well, it's just
Yeah, he
crazy.
abandoned you too.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know
Like-
where he's at.
Like,
He's
I don't know you anything.
apparently in California. We can't
Yeah.
pay me anyway.
I know. I got what
But
I
again,
wanted.
I'm not here I'm not asking for money
I
from
know.
anyone over this. I just want to free Barbie so that
Yeah.
she can get back to her life.
Yeah.
If that is the case, if the judge will please grant this for her to get back, I will aid her in guidance as far as
Right.
just as a friend, as
Right.
to, hire the plumber at the house. And
Right.
I have a good friend of the family, Rob, and he lives in Holly. He can be by Fenton. He's a great
Right.
guy. I mean, known him for over 30 years.
Yeah.
People who are willing to do things.
Yeah.
Get the house safe, let her live in her home.
Yeah.
And I just love what you said today on the phone. And I don't want to remind you of this, but
I
you
know.
said what little life that she has left.
Right.
She wants
It's
to.
true. It's true. I'd like to live it out, like a decent person. I don't want to be this shrew, this thing he's made me look like to everybody. And it's terrible.
Well, that's why we're doing this, to
Yeah.
show that you're not
Yeah.
a shrew.
Yeah,
You're
I
a
know.
beautiful
I know.
person.
It's just,
You're an amazing woman. She's very smart.
I want my dignity.
She wants
and
to
my
be
respect
treated
back.
and actually with everything that your husband has worked for.
I know it.
There's
Yeah,
a trust
both of
and a
us.
will. He never gave Paul never, there's a trust and a will out there that she's not seen.
Right.
That she has life insurance. She's got
Right.
this, she's got that. He's taken over that now.
Yeah,
He's never
everything.
even given you
Uh-uh.
ever since your husband died.
Yeah.
By the way, if this doesn't make your stomach turn,
Yeah.
I don't know what will. He never even put an obituary notice when his
Yeah.
father died.
Yeah.
He never gave his father a memorial
No.
or a funeral or given this beautiful woman a place to memorialize her husband. It just takes about a 15-minute thing at church
Yeah.
to have the pastor recognize the
Yeah.
loss.
Right.
Anything, that doesn't even cost money either.
I know it. I
You know,
know.
to give him his
He
final
had-
rights,
he had
you
no
have to give a
respect.
person who passes their final rights
Never.
and
never.
push and cross them
Yeah.
over and help
know.
them to cross.
I
It's a
know.
very
Emotional time.
spiritual, and I believe in that.
Yeah.
I really believe
Well, I
in
do
that.
too.
Dignity
Well,
of
he
the
told
soul.
me just get over it. You've had 3 months. Get over it. Get on with your life. I've gotten on with mine. I'm like, what? What? Yeah, he says, that's it, man. It's done. It's over. And I'm like, oh
horrendous.
my God. I just, that is not right.
Well, we thank you for listening and getting to know Barbara Hutchins.
Right.
And this is intended for Judge Kavanaugh.
Right.
And we hope that you will watch it.
Yeah.
And we hope that you will do the right thing and give the emergency order to reverse this completely wrong situation and stop him in his tracks. Because once again, and there's two things I just want to close with.
Yeah.
You've spoken to his people. His friends have been calling her, or not previous friends, but this one gentleman actually called her and said, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
He's threatening to sue me. He's
Yeah.
hiring lawyers. This
Right.
is a previous partner of his.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, he's saying, "Oh, I'm in control of the estate now," or something. Is that what you said? He said.
Yeah. I'm in control of everything. I have all the money. I have all the power. I have everything. Just, sock it to her.
So we see what's going on here,
Yeah.
and the good Lord is giving us all an opportunity to
Yeah.
stop this madness before it starts.
Yeah.
Because if he shows up with the sheriff and says these things about her, and
Yeah.
the sheriff doesn't know, right? What are they going to know? Who are they going to believe?
Yeah.
They're going to believe the son.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
They're going to believe the conservator and the guardian, because they're going to go, oh, well, a judge gave that right. The judge is smart. The judge must
Right.
know. So we're not going to listen to you, lady, because you're not,
Yeah.
apparently, you're just, you're having a moment of clarity and
Yeah.
you seem to be okay, but in
Right.
reality, there's a much bigger deal going. So she has no rights, she has no voice,
Yeah.
she has no money, she has no ability to
Fight
live out-
back.
to fight back at all.
Yeah.
She is a complete, full-on, no rights at
Yeah.
all. This
Yeah.
is a country where everybody should have dignity, respect, and their own rights.
That's
So,
what I said.
and by the way, the judge, you've made a big mistake here.
Yeah.
Reverse it now, and I'll be honest with you. I hope that you do.
Yeah.
Because
I do too. I pray you do.
Yeah, because I don't want to make this whole thing viral and put it out there, but we will add to this if things don't kind of go on our way. We're not going to quit fighting, in other words.
Yeah.
We're going to keep fighting.
Yeah.
So with that, I just want to give you a hug.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank
you're
you
so
for
welcome.
everything.
Well, thank you for taking the time. This
Thank
has been
you.
very upsetting for you
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
through
it's-
all of this.
That's awful. It's
But,
it just brings back all the memories and everything.
Yeah.
It just isn't.
Do you want to thank the judge in
Yeah,
advance?
thank you, Judge. If you could do something for me, I really appreciate it. Really, you were good to us last time when we did the Zoom. I just pray to God that this is the same man, if you want to call him a man, that you dealt with before. And things have gotten worse. They haven't gotten better. They've gotten worse. I mean, now he just wants to kill me. Really.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
serious.
scary because he did tell her that he has guns.
Yeah, he said, well, I have an AK-47 and I have this and I'm going, you do? Oh yeah, he said, I can't even tell you the names because I'm not that familiar with guns.
No, we don't
And
do guns.
I took that as a threat. I really did. I said, oh, you're going to threaten me with guns? Oh, no, I'm just telling you what I have and what you should have on your property. Oh, I should have one of those? Really? He tried to bring 2 guns out to me. And I said, no, I will not have a gun in here. I said, that's it. You cannot do that to me. I said, I refuse, and I will call the police on you if you do.
Yeah, I'm not scared of the freak.
No.
Believe me,
No.
I don't fear easily.
No,
Not afraid.
I don't care. And okay.
I was already stalked for 6 years of my life, so I'm
Yeah.
not afraid of freaks anymore. I have no
Yeah.
fear.
You can't be afraid.
Just come on and bring it.
Yeah,
Bring it on, Paul.
I know.
I mean, when he figures out that he's going to take it as a personal, it doesn't
Right.
matter.
He takes
it doesn't
everything
matter.
personally.
He's such a child. He's got arrested mental development from 14 years of age.
Yeah.
He's not competent whatsoever to manage anybody's financial affairs at all. It's terrifying.
He
What's
can't
going to happen to
manage
her?
his own. I don't even know
Right.
how he's doing that. He's got
Yeah.
these
Well, he's not.
people.
I don't believe he's working.
No,
But
I don't.
anyways.
No, I believe that too. I don't believe he's working at all.
No.
No.
Well, why should he? He's got millions of dollars coming
I
from
know.
you.
Yeah, well, that's it. He's got somebody that's giving him money. It's one of his friends, one of his
He's messing with her pension money. He's
Yeah.
messing with everything. He's trying
Social
to
Security,
everything.
Everything.
So we need to make it stop. So thank you from the
Yeah.
bottom of
Thank
our hearts.
you
We
very much. I
appreciate
appreciate it.
taking the time, hopefully,
Yeah.
to listen to this.
Yeah.
And we'll sign
I
off
hope,
for now.
I hope you do the right thing, please.
Yeah, I hope
I
you do
really
too.
do. Because
Yeah.
I would like to have my life back. I really would. I don't know how long I have. God gave me this gift, and I appreciate that.
But there's
And-
no reason you should
Yeah,
spend
and
it
there's no
suffering.
reason I should be under His care.
Lock and key and some psych
All
ward.
this garbage He's telling me
You
where
know
I'm
what
going.
the plans he has for you.
Yeah.
They're not good.
And then she said to him, well, what about her physical therapy? He says, no, she's not getting any
Oh
physical
yeah,
therapy.
she's supposed to get physical therapy.
Yeah, she's not getting any
no,
therapy.
no doctor.
No, nothing.
Oh, and by the way, and so before we leave, let me just point this out that
Yeah.
I took her to the doctor yesterday,
Yeah.
to the urgent care,
Right.
and the diagnosis was,
It's right there.
yep, I got it.
Yep.
The diagnosis is very, very serious kidney infection.
Yeah.
Bladder, kidney, urinary tract infection.
which they didn't take care of at the last home I was in. They took the urine sample, I don't know how many times, and left it in the room.
Positive leukocyte. Nitrates are extremely high. Bilirubin is negative, thank goodness. But
Yeah.
basically, I'm just going to go off the top of my head here. She's on Cipro, which is it's the
Very.
highest level
Yeah.
antibiotic to treat without an IV.
Right.
And because it's that serious. So the doctor at urgent care yesterday, because she doesn't have a primary care physician
Right.
here in this area, because
Right.
she's in a different.
He wouldn't make an appointment.
Nope.
He wouldn't make an appointment with this man that I met in the care.
Well,
You
you
know.
know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to contact your health insurance company and get a primary care doctor,
Yeah.
and then make an appointment and take your mother in.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, he didn't do that.
No.
A guy came into the room, this Dr. A, we call him, and he said, well, I'll be your primary care doctor. And I said, oh, good. He says, so as soon as you get things straightened out, he said, I'll take you as a new patient and get you in immediately. So you can get your prescriptions, you can get your therapy, you can get everything you need. I'll take care of everything. You know, your annual, physical, everything.
Right. All your organ
Yeah,
checks.
everything. I mean, like you should be having at least twice a year, and I haven't.
And what happened?
I-
Didn't you have an appointment and Paul
Yeah.
canceled it, or
Yeah.
didn't take
Yeah.
you to it?
No, he didn't take me to it.
Yeah, didn't take
So
her to
now I can't get an appointment until what, December or October? or-
December 23rd.
Yeah.
But what happened was too was when Dr. Clark at West Hickory Haven gave her a 10-day supply of prescriptions
Right.
of pills, or 10 or 14 days, whatever, and they also in their discharge papers, which we're going to put in the links to
Right.
this video, says very clearly what those discharge orders are, which is
Right.
the rehabilitation for 12 weeks,
Right.
and to get your prescriptions filled by getting
Right.
care immediately, and also, about
My physical, my
and everything about that's in the links here is going to show what they went through at West Hickory Haven. You'll
Yeah.
see that everything that they list there says that she was alert and fine and
Right.
cognitive and responsive
Right.
and walking around and talking to the other patients
Right.
and having an experience.
Right.
There's nothing about dementia ever listed in
Yeah.
there at all.
Yeah.
If you want to, and I asked them, because
Yeah.
I have such a good relationship, there's nothing about dementia in anything. They said, because we didn't even do a cognitive test because she's amazing. There's no
Yeah.
reason to.
Right.
She was
Yeah.
there for rehab on her ankle.
Yeah.
But if you, I mean, there's no reason to believe that she's got any dementia
Yeah.
at all. People with dementia cannot speak at the length for this
Right.
long. That's the purpose of the length of
Right.
this
Right.
of this call too.
Well, at the other facility I was at too, they told me, the physical therapy room told me, listen, you don't have to, be in the population because we know
Right.
how you feel. It makes you sad.
Yeah.
You can hang out in our facility
Right.
as long as you want and do your exercises as long as you want. And you could talk to every one of the therapists there.
Yep.
And they even called me
Yep.
and said, oh, good, you're finally going to go home. You're finally going to get what you deserve.
Yeah, because instead of being there for 2 weeks, she was
Yeah.
there for 40 days,
Yeah, yeah,
which was crazy.
yeah. And it's because of him.
Well, and then and you were so mentally distraught at that
Yeah,
point that
yeah.
I remember I came to you and I said, "Come on, I'm going to take you to a place to look at an apartment." You said, "No, I don't want to go anywhere."
Yeah, yeah.
You were
it's
so
true.
Stockholm syndrome.
I didn't.
Well, you were Stockholm syndrome. You got
Right.
used to your environment,
yeah.
and you had been so
Yeah.
mentally distraught by everything that.
Yeah.
and
Well,
then I got
mentally
you
put down.
mentally put down.
Yeah.
Of course. And then
Caged.
him completely ignoring your needs and your
Yeah.
wants and giving you anything personal items
I
at
know.
all.
I know it.
So that being said, I mean, so I took her to the doctor, we're on a watch for her, but the doctor on Friday wanted to put her inpatient at the hospital, but she's so terrified that
Yeah.
if Paul finds out
Yeah.
that she was put inpatient
Right.
at a hospital,
Right.
that he's going to wrap his little tongue around
Right.
and tell them that she needs psychiatric help
Yeah.
and put her on drugs
Yeah.
so that she'll be interviewed and that she'll seem crazy.
Right.
And that's really a big warning here, because that is what he's up to.
Yeah.
That is what the young lady had warned me. I thought, oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
I know.
Like, what is going on?
Right.
Could somebody do that to their mother?
I didn't know that either. I
mean,
had no idea.
this is real.
I know it.
You know, and if you need her to be a witness, I'm sure she'll lovingly come, because the girl has an amazing sense of doing the right thing.
Right.
Just like I do. We just want to do the right thing here. We want to right the wrong and get Barbara into a good situation.
Yeah.
She needs to get back to her place of security and have her money back in her pocket, where she
And
can
have my car back and have my
life
ID.
back.
I don't have any of my ID. He has all of my
Right.
ID.
Right. I mean,
we had to go into this urgent care with no identification,
no
no
nothing.
ID. And thank God they were so gracious. They took me in
yeah.
and talked to us.
Well,
you know.
I had gone there for many, many years
Yeah.
with my daughter, because we lived it was Lakes area, urgent care, and thank God,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, really.
And then we ended up getting it from Paul at the 11th hour, but he was not
Yeah.
responsive. He doesn't respond. I
No.
asked him for it the day before when I made the appointment.
Right.
He only sent me the health insurance card. What
I
did
know.
I tell you?
That's it.
You can't give your mother her
My ID.
her driver's license ID and her Medicare card.
Medicare and my
When
Social
she's got
Security.
a fever and she's had
Yeah.
diarrhea and she's definitely
Yeah.
was so sick. You look
Yeah.
so much better today.
Well, I feel good.
She had
yeah.
dark circles
Yeah.
in her eyes. She had a
Yeah.
fever. She had
Yeah.
sweating.
Yeah, I was
I mean,
sweating. I couldn't stop
I
sweating.
knew it was bad,
Yeah.
and that's why you like.
Well, they wanted to put me in the hospital.
Yeah, they
I
wanted
said,
to
no.
put her in the hospital.
I
She's
said, let
terrified
me.
to go to a hospital.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
That's why we have to reverse this
Yeah.
immediately.
And I told them, I said, just give me the pills. Give me the pills, enough to get me by, till Tuesday or Wednesday. And then we'll see how this progresses. If it gets worse, if I'm, out of it, put me in the hospital then. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I could do.
yeah, that's
I
all
didn't
we
have
can
any
do.
choice. I'm just thankful to God that
Well, I'm grateful that we discussed this part of it too, because you have no idea how terrifying is it
it's been.
you can't even get health care if you don't have your ID.
Yeah,
And
you
know,
can't.
I mean, this
He
is
didn't want to give it to us
it's
until.
questionable. Is this intentional?
Well, I had
you?
to say to the guy, to the doctor, I should say doctor, and I had to say to him, look, there's nothing wrong with me, and I am who I said I am, and if I'm not, then you better arrest me. You better arrest me, because I'm getting this medication on false pretenses,
It's
right?
just heartbreaking.
Yeah,
It's not right.
How to be put down so bad,
Yeah.
and
so,
he really felt sorry.
we'll wrap it up now.
I know.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Julie.
so much. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.